These words were not simply rhetoric for a speech for the signers of the Declaration of Independence. Quote, "And for the support of this declaration with a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor." End quote. Of those 56 men who signed it, 5 were captured by the British and tortured before they died. 12 had their homes sacked, looted, and occupied by the enemy. For example, Thomas Nelson Jr. at the Battle of Yorktown had his home taken over by the British General Cornwallis. Nelson quietly urged General Washington to open fire on the home anyway. Nelson died a pauper. 9 of the signers died in that war, and 2 lost their sons to it. Carter Braxton, a wealthy planter and trader, saw his ships swept from the seas. He died in rags. Thomas McKean was forced to move his family 5 times in 5 months to hide from his enemies. While his family hid from the British in abject poverty, McKean served in Congress without pay. Imagine such men today. Francis Lewis's home and possessions were seized, and his wife imprisoned, where she died a short time later. Perhaps the most touching story of all is of the signer John Hart, who was driven from his wife's bedside as she lay dying. Their 13 children had to flee for their lives as well. For over a year, Hart lived in caves and in the forest. After the surrender, he returned to find his wife dead, his children gone. 13 children, and every one of them vanished. John died a few weeks later of a broken heart. There are many more stories of sacrifice and pain. I believe, my dear friends, that if the opportunity was given to us to face each of them and ask them if the price they paid was worth it, I believe there would be a unanimous and a resounding yes. It has been said that the single most important word in the English language is remember. May God grant that every citizen in America will never forget the price that has been paid for our freedom.